All right, so what I'm doing right now is I'm gonna make a dual snorkel LS5 air cleaner for a Monte Carlo or Chevelle or whatever. They had an LS6 air cleaner that used the 402 snorkels, and I'm gonna get some more of those. I'm gonna make one of them too, but right now we're gonna work on making a 402, and what I'm doing to make these things look better, I'm doing away with all this junk, this hot air valve, the little flap. So what you do is you pull this tab out, cut that off, grind this smooth, and then I got to fill this hole. You can weld this hole up, or what I'm probably just going to do is grind it and fiberglass the hole up. It's an air cleaner, it don't really matter. And then I'm going to take another air cleaner here, which is a later 70s 454 for the HEI, which is not as a desirable of a piece. And I'm going to hack this one, and I'm going to cut the snorkel off of this one, and I'm going to weld it to this one, and we're going to make a dual snorkel air cleaner. Somebody at the Daytona Turkey Run, and I in my opinion, the guy was running a museum at the swap meet. You'll see some museums at swap meets. It's people that bring the same junk year after year, and they never sell it. But it had an LS5 dual snorkel air cleaner. It looked just like this, but it was dual snorkel, had these ugly smog things on. $1,800. I thought the guy was insane, but maybe, I imagine it had some value, but that's just, I'm sorry, that's just too much money. I mean, if it was a 409 air cleaner or something like that, I can understand. So anyway, I'm going to do a video collage, and we're going to put together a dual snorkel air cleaner, and I'm going to show you kind of step by step what I'm doing here. So follow me along. Okay, so you're going to need 2 air cleaners. Now, these air cleaners are not easy to come by. I think the mid-80s air cleaners actually have the same spout. Don't hold me to that, but I think they do. The only real difference is it's got like a blockage plate in here. So if that's the case, I'm going to start loading up on as many of those late 80s air cleaners as I can find to get parts to make these things. But basically, you have to do the same thing. Take the thing out, do it on this. Another thing is I went ahead and got rid of the thing in here, and there's a tab that holds a hose on the back, and I got rid of it because it's just not going to be needed. So the next step is going to be cutting this spout off, and I'm going to cut this spout off wide. Then I'm going to grind the back side away, and then I'm going to show you that. All right, so I got the spout cut off. Some of you may cringe the thought of a real 454 air cleaner getting hacked, but here you go. Here's the spout, and it's good and straight, it's not bent. I got some more down there. Now that I can see I can actually get under this thing, I'll use those for parts to build these air cleaners also. But anyway, there's that. Goodbye. So here we go. And the next step will be to start getting this spout ready and position it on the good air cleaner. So here we go. All right, so I got the air cleaner ready, and I've got the spout ready. Let's see what happens. You're seeing it for the first time like I am, so we just got to get that in the right spot. But looks like it's going to be a good winner here, I think. I just got to get this positioned, and I'm going to put it together, weld it, and we're going to have us an air cleaner. I've been working on this for probably 30 minutes. Don't really have a lot of time invested, so let's see what happens. This will be the hardest part, getting this thing positioned just right. Okay, so the biggest problem is getting this spout lined up. So what I did is I put a piece of tape down the middle of the air cleaner, And I went by the edge here, and I strung another piece of tape across, and that's where I got it. So I got it clamped with some welding clamps, and I'm going to look at it real close, but I think we're getting close. All right, so I think this will be the final installment in my video here. I actually brought it out here to the car, set it on the car, but I want to show you if you want to do this to Edelbrock. Really, it doesn't have to be your dual snorkel. If you want a factory air cleaner to fit an Edelbrock carb, you're going to do it right without beating on it. You're going to have to notch the, I got problems right there on that hose, I see. You're going to have to notch that area out, or cut a piece out and shape it and weld in another piece of metal, whatever. But that's what you're going to have to do so it'll actually lay down on the carb. Looks like it's going to be fine in here. So that applies to an Edelbrock. Don't know about a Holly, and I don't know, well, Quadrajet, you don't have to do anything. So just a modification for the air cleaner. So basically what I need to do now is I'm going to make sure I don't have a jagged edge rubbing the hose like it is right now. I'm going to actually notch that area just a little bit more in this area to make sure it clears that rubber. Because what you don't want to do is cause a leak, so, or worse, a fire. So anyway, it kind of shows you what you need to do. Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all next time. All right, so this will be the final installment on the air cleaners. I didn't know I was going to do this fast. This is the finished product of the LS5 dual snorkel that I made. Of course, it's a non-functional on one side. You could make it functional if you desired. I don't really care. I just want the look. I smoothed these up, wet sanded and painted. This is a Tamco single stage gloss black, and you could paint satin or really any color you desire. I already got I like the look of the gloss air cleaner, so that's what I went with. And this is the one for the station wagon, for the Vista Cruiser. This is a 6970 Pontiac GTO air cleaner. And I did the same thing with it, smoothed the, it was already a dual snorkel, but I smoothed the holes and the flaps and made it pretty. So this will be going on the station wagon. I just got to order, I got the lid, but I'm going to order a chrome lid. I think this will do well on that car. And now this will be on the black car. So I'm in the process now of basically heading towards dual snorkel on most all my cars. Eventually, probably everything I'm gonna have is gonna have a dual snorkel air cleaner of some sort. So anyway, just wanted to show you that and it looks so much better without that junk that the factory put. Of course, there's the notch that I showed you in the prior clip of where I cleared it for the and I just got my hoodie all in the paint, so great job. For the thing, so I'm gonna hit this with another coat of black or screw it up where I screwed it up. And thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all next time. I think enough's been said. There's the finished product.